Good evening, Homely members. This is Apple Huang. Tonight I will talk about trend expert and deviation expert. So tonight the contents, I will talk about what is the impact of coronavirus and how is the market, the moving trend of the market. So is it bullish or bearish? Should we hold stocks? Should we buy stocks? Then I will touch on the different indexes. And then the third part, I will talk about trend experts. And then the deviation expert. Lastly, I will tell you how to do top escape and bottom catch. Okay, I need to make sure this is recorded. All right, part 1, impact of Wuhan Coronavirus. We know everybody eyeing on Wuhan Coronavirus. So this become the whole world event. Here is some key milestones of Wuhan coronavirus epidemic. In fact, this virus break out in December 2019. So in December 2019, there were some news. Some people in the Huanan wet market in Wuhan city was diagnosed with some unknown pneumonia or pulmonary infection. All right. So, and then in the wet market, there are relevant people. There are a few cases. They happen in the same market. So, in fact, it draws some attention from the media. So then people, some so-called rumors saying that this infection is like SARS. So, however, at the time the local government reassured to people it's under control. It is not. There was no evidence it will infect human to human. All right. So although there are continuous news reports on the infection, on the disease, however, general publics are not really put in much worries or measurements to avoid any transmit. But on the milestone is on January 23rd. All right. So the Wuhan government suspended public transportation, such as buses, subways, ferries, and also suspend the departure from the airport and train stations. So lock down the whole cities. So from then on, then I think the necessary measurement was widely implemented. People wear masks, try to avoid crowded areas, stay home. They will wear masks. They will try to contain themselves from being infection. All right. So I will call the December 2019 to January 23rd. That is some window period. During this window period, a lot of people were infected without notice. They might not know they're already infected. Okay, the virus spread around the people in Wuhan, and those Wuhan people also travel out of the city around China. Some even travel overseas to other countries. All right, and so as of the end of February, that's 5th of February. Here, look at the table at the bottom. So this data actually was updated at noon of the day, but the cutoff is yesterday. So in total, the confirmed cases is 28,000, 3,600 more, and the suspected cases is 24,000 plus, 5,000 more. All right, the death cases more 73% more. All right, so if we look at the chart, all right, so let me explain this chart. The red color is the confirmation cases, and the orange color is suspected cases 9. And here at the bottom, the black color is the death number. Blue color is the cure number. All right. So we will see all the numbers are growing. All right. Even the suspended cases actually increase yesterday. Increase. All right. Then confirmation cases also increase. All right. Death rate also, death number also increase. Cure number also increase. All right. So we don't see any turning on the chart on the 9. No turning. All right. So we will say the peak is not coming yet. It's not reached yet. All right. Because from December last year to 23rd January, that is a few weeks period. So over this period, in fact, this virus greatly spread around. All right. So for us for us living in Singapore, I think we know yesterday there were 4 cases confirmed. All right, and so there are some carrier, the disease carrier actually may already transit the disease to some local people. So what we have to do is implement very cautious. We should wear mask, wash hand, don't go to a crowded area, try not to go around, stay home, drink more waters. So we should be very careful. Avoid being transmitted by others. All right. And in fact, the impact is some sectors are badly impacted by this virus. For example, the retail, transportation, hospitality, airlines, gas, oil, those related companies. I think because of the current containment, I think these sectors, the companies in these sectors will temporarily will have bad performance. All right, but if the company is fundamentally strong, for example, have little debts and dominant the markets, high valuation and very low price, I think it's also good for you to bottom catch those good companies. All right, but the sectors remain strong. For example, e-commerce, commercial, technology, medical, financial sectors. Those sectors, they won't impact by the virus very much. They remain growing industry. They will remain growing, which the companies, especially those leaders in these sectors, will remain strong in their performance. All right. I think regarding this Wuhan disease, I think there are bad news and good news. Good news is the experts, medical experts, they are already found some efficient medicines which can cure, are good for the treatment. So they are making great progress in the treatment. The bad news, we found actually the potential suspected cases are more than we initially thought. And just now I show you, it is a few weeks window period for the virus to spread around to the whole China, to even travel overseas. So and some of the newborn babies actually was reported they also infected by the disease through their mothers. All right. So I think we still have to put in all the measurements to avoid being infected, and the peak is not coming, but this the epidemics, I think, is for short term. The other evidence is we see from the world epidemics and global stock market performance based on here. Yes, if you look at here, the 1 month, all right, performance, 3 months, in 3 months, all right, and 6 months after the epidemics. So in 1 month, it's mixed. So some the stock will went down, some stocks market will went up. All right, it's mixed. All right, and in 3 months, majority move up. Will move up after the epidemic. All right, but yeah, after 6 months, majority also will move up. Okay, in general, the global stock market is intact on the uptrend. So even after the epidemics, it has some bad impacts on the market, but generally the market is still is an uptrend market. All right. So maybe there is short-term correction, but history show us such health epidemics will not really have will not turn the market into a very long-term downtrend. All right. So this is based on the past record. history show us the global market, in fact, long term is still is uptrend. So we shouldn't have too much worries on this Wuhan virus. Instead, we treat it as opportunities to do our trading. All right, so let's go deep into the market. Now we go to the market outlook. All right, so this is the turning point dates in February. All right, so from here we see February 4th was the first turning point date in February. Next turning point, it will be on 19th and 21st. All right, China, after a long break, it officially the stock market reopened on 3rd February. All right, then on and then the next day was our market turning point date. Okay, then let's look at our market. Okay, this is STI index. Okay, we see here. Okay, this candlestick is February 3rd. The Chinese market reopened. Right, so it impacts everybody after the the Chinese breakdown because of the Wuhan virus. Okay, so once the China market reopened, in fact, STI also went down. Okay, gap down, and it formed a bearish candlestick. All right. And then next day was February 4th. So February 4th turning day. All right, at the bottom here. So February 4th is turning point day, and the STI went up. Rebound very strongly. Okay. So 5th February. Today, it continue moving up. Okay. So after this few days strong rebound, where is our target? Where is the market target? Target level? Should we enter into the market? So we look at we can use some methods. For example, we can draw the Fibonacci, the golden section, to find out the resistance levels, the target level. All right. So this is the 5th candlestick. It rebound very strongly. Okay, and we know rainbows gathering above, just right above the candlestick. So rainbow lines, we know it can be very strong resistance for the market. All right, and meanwhile, based on the golden section, we also work out the 61.8% level, which is the 3,219. This is also is a very important resistance level. All right. But in fact, today the market closed at 3222. All right. Break out all the way, all the rainbow lines. Break out the also 31.8% level. All right, that shows to us now the market rebound very strongly. All right, before Chinese New Year, or last few days is excessively reactive. So now the market trades up. Okay, so next target, I think it will be at 3252 or even higher level at 3283. Just a minute. Okay, good. I have to check whether I have done the recording. Okay. Okay, so STI very strong, already break out the rainbow lines, also break out the 61.8% level. The next target, it will be at 80.9% level or even higher at 100% level. It will go back to the high of previous high. All right, so that will be our based on the market performance, our prediction. All right, of course prediction might be wrong, or maybe what happened if the president suddenly have any bad news again, or maybe he writes some Twitter, probably the market tonight then suddenly fall again. Who knows? All right. So, but generally, based on the momentum of the market, we believe it can go even higher. All right. But at the moment, the target level, it will be the previous high, which is at 100%, is the 3,283 points. Okay. Now let's look at other market. Okay, so Shanghai Composite Index. Shanghai Composite Index. All right. So you see, let's look at the market. In fact, we can see in 2019 Shanghai Composite Index, the white lines is grouping up. Although it's the volatile market, it moved down. It moved down. It go down. It's quite volatile. All right, but generally, the low is higher. All right, you see the low is higher. So we can say the high is also higher. All right. But because of the Wuhan virus, once reopen the market, it falls sharply. A lot of even blue chip companies, a lot of the market stocks in the Shanghai Composite Index fall greatly on the first day of Chinese New Year. But on 4th February, so it rebounded very significantly. Yesterday, it also moved up again. All right, yeah. So the target level, where is its target level? Of course, rainbow lines, it will be its target level. The rainbows, the white lines range, it will be its range, target level. All right. Then the next level, target level, it will be the previous high. All right. So these few days, I also listened to a lot of newses. I find, in fact, China company, a lot of company, they have very great competencies in their business. They are leaders in the industries, but their performance, in fact, is much weaker than their counterpartners in U.S. All right, So I guess there will be a potential growth for China companies. All right, but that said, China's stock performance are very different from U.S. Stock markets. China market is not is hardly to be a very steady uptrend, unlike the U.S. market. Yeah, so we also have to bear in mind the characters of the Chinese stock performance. All right, they might be more volatile, they might be more irrational, or maybe they might be more policy driven. All right, I think, but over long term, those competitive companies will show the value. All right, okay. So now we look at Hang Seng Index. Okay, no, SPX. This is U.S. market. U.S. market, yeah, if we look at the rainbow lines, so this is a very bullish market. Is very intact. This bullish market is very intact. Very hardly corrected to blue lines or white lines. All right. So the recent Wuhan Coronavirus will only have small impacts. It corrected, but supported by the yellow lines. All right. So last few days, yesterday, it reached a new high again. All right. So I don't change the view on U.S. market. It's still bullish. Now we go to the we go to the Hong Kong market. Hang Seng Index. Okay, Hang Seng Index is more like other Asian market, like Singapore market, China market. Okay, it's more volatile. All right, and then I draw some trend line here. I zoom out, then you will see my trend lines. Okay, all right. Now I zoom in again. So you will see the market. Recently, it formed new low near the trend line. The recently it formed new low and reached the lower trend line and supported by the trend line. And now, and we can see this up lower trend line. In fact, is swooping up. Okay. So it's very likely Hong Kong market will move up quite strongly. Okay. So of course the resistance, you can also I will show you how you draw do the forecast. You can come to the left side golden section, and then from the low here and draw to the previous high. Okay, the high is 29174, and then here 21. Okay, this is higher. Okay, we go to the 21974. Okay, so we can draw the golden section to predict the target level. All right, so the first level, it will be at 27,325, but today close at 27,493. Already break out this level. The white line also break out the white lines. Already stop at here. Okay, today stop at here. Okay, so already close at here, somewhere here. Okay, So the next target level, it will be 50% or 61.8%. All right. If can break out these two levels, the trend lines, which is near 28,500, it can be its next target level. All right. Okay, so today the Hang Seng Index went up by 706 points. Wow, that's a lot. That's a 2.64%. Okay, went up a lot. Very strong momentum. Okay, so it's likely it can reach 50%. All right. So some of the strongs. Okay, but KLCI is clearly this is a bearish market, so has some short-term rebound. Okay, I'll draw some. Maybe has some short-term rebound, but the rainbow lines could be its resistance. The rainbow lines could be its resistance. All right. So if you want to play Malaysian market, I think I suggest you is only for short-term rebound play. Cannot hold for long-term. In general, but of course there are also good stocks for KL market. So you can also still play those strong stocks in KL market. Okay, so now let's analyze why the market is doing so well. All right, why the virus doesn't impact the market so badly. All right. Other than the history, I think the central banks also play a part. Okay. This is the news on February 2nd. China People Bank of China, the central bank, it lower interest rate. Let me highlight for you. On Monday, that is lower the interest rate of reverse repurchase agreement. Okay, while injecting a large amount of liquidity into the banking system in a bid to provide support to an economy suffering from the outbreak of a deadly coronavirus. Okay, so we will see. In fact, the central bank, China Central Bank, has injected, also going to inject $1.2 trillion yuan worth of liquidity into the financial system. Okay, and also now Monday, they unexpectedly cut the reservation rate. Okay, so to pump in more liquidity into the economic. All right, so we know China markets are not lack of liquidities. So if not lack of liquidities, share market has opportunities. All right, the same. If we look at the U.S. market, U.S. market also, last September, the Federal Reserve has purchased 60 billion of U.S. Treasury bill every month since last September. So that offering short-term funding to market participants to build reserve in the banking systems. Okay. So the Chairman Powell said the Fed would target a reserve level of no less than 1.5 trillion. So there will be more liquidity to contribute to the recent rally in share, to keep it in the record level. All right. So both China and U.S. Central banks, in fact, pump in more and more funds to support the share market. So that's why I still, for this year, maybe at least before the president reselected or the election, it's very likely that this is a bullish market. All right. Okay. So now I will talk about trend expert. Okay, because today the topic is on trend expert. Today we will talk about trend expert. Okay. Okay, trend expert for new members benefit. You can get the trend expert from the right side toolbox. You click on the EXP, the icon name EXP, then 8 expert here, and then it shows 8 experts, and then you choose first option, trend experts. Then you can get trend expert. Okay, so the principle of trend expert is trend expert centers on the price trend, and it is a method of doing effective and comprehensive trend analysis towards the market. So it's centered on trend. It's centered on trend. Okay, this is a method to do an effective, comprehensive trend analysis. All right. So there are 3 components. Trend expert composed of a trend line, homely Dow candlesticks, and 6 assistant lines. Okay. Here we go. So it has primary line. It consists of auxiliary lines, so-called assistant lines. And then it also have homely Dow candlestick. All right. The trend line stands for the trend orientation of trend. Okay, and the assistant lines provides the trend lines with more specific analysis information. All right, so it will give you more details about the change, the strength, the reversal of the trend. Okay, then homely Dow candle. It composed of red and green real body without higher or lower shadow. And red body stands for bullish momentum, and green body stands for bearish momentum. Okay, so let's explain. Okay, so you will see here the primary line. All right, this is the primary line. All right, so we call this primary line is to analyze the primary trend. All right, if the primary line is pink color and upward, turning, and it is upward, sloping up, that is called midterm uptrend. All right, so the primary trend is up, the daily. And then if the primary line is green color. That means this is a midterm downtrend. Especially this green line also sloping down. Okay, so from here we can see the primary line is upward, and all the Dow candles is above the primary lines, and then the assistant lines is also above the primary lines. This is classic downtrend. All right, and here, okay, so the primary line is downward and green color. Okay, and meanwhile the assistant lines is also below the primary line, and Dow candle is below the primary line too. So we say this is a downtrend. Okay, here is the Dow candles. Dow candle is the component of the trend expert. Is part of trend expert. So Dow candle don't have any shadow, don't have upper shadow, don't have lower shadow. So if it is red color, that means this is the day momentum is bullish. If here, for example, the Dow candle is green color, that means it is bearish. The day momentum is bearish. All right. Okay. Here, there are also 6 auxiliary lines, or you call it assistant lines. Okay, assistant lines we base on is squeezing or opening. Then we know whether it is the trend is expanding or is contracting. Okay, so if the auxiliary lines is expanding, that means, for example, here. Here. Here, the is expanding. That means the trend is accelerating. So if too far away from the primary line, so the share or the index will tend to attract back by the primary line. All right. So if expanded excessively, then it tend to come back to the primary line. Okay, so if here the auxiliary lines is gathering, that means actually potentially this is a correction, and it shows value. It shows value for the if it's supported by the primary line. That is again, this is a good buy point. All right. So based on this auxiliary lines, whether it is expanding, for example, expanding, the bullish momentum excessively expanding, then this momentum might not remain, and it potentially it will rebound and go back to the primary line. Even if the momentum change to so strong, it might reversal to bullish. Okay. All right. The applications of trend experts. Okay, so there are 3 applications. First is we can use trend expert to find the trend orientation. The TRIF line stands for the TRIF orientation of the trend, and meanwhile we can use the trend experts to find the buy points and sell points. And of course, the trend experts also tell us where is the support, where is the resistance. I might not be able to cover every applications, right? So I will try to cover trend orientation and the buy point and sell point with the trend expert. All right. We all know after this time of learning, Hong Lee has the investment philosophy. Is index first, stock next, long-term first, short-term next, and operate the familiar. Okay, so now I will show you. So analyze the long-term trend is very important. So that's why long-term first and short-term next. So you can use the trend expert to analyze what is the long-term trend and how is the mid-term trend, and then how is the short-term trend, and so give you guidelines or idea whether this is a right time to buy or sell. Okay, so I will use this example to show you how to use the trend experts to find to analyze the trend. Okay, so on the chart, this is Wilmar International, and it is a monthly chart. All right, so we can see on the second section, this is trend expert. Second section, this is trend expert. All right, so just now we say here trend expert, the primary line is purple, and the auxiliary lines is also purple, and the Dow Candles is also is red and above the primary lines. Okay, so we call it is uptrend, right? And this uptrend is on the monthly scale. Okay, let's look at the chart. Okay, so I adjust the chart. Okay, for example, let's say Wilmar. Okay, so now this is monthly chart. All right, so and the bottom second window, this is the trend expert. Okay, so we know every Dow candle represent 1 month. Every Dow candle represent 1 month. All right, so you see the Dow candle is red color above purple auxiliary lines, and the primary line is in this monthly chart is purple. All right, so we will say Wilmar in fact is uptrend, in the long-term uptrend. All right, and then let's change to weekly chart. All right, and weekly chart, you will see although the long-term, this primary line is also purple, but last 2 weeks, because this is weekly chart, so every Dow candle representing 1 week. So last 2 weeks, in fact, Wilmar is green. All right, and the auxiliary lines also green. Okay, so we can say last 2 weeks Wilmar has very severe correction. Okay, because already at the week is showing that it's bearish week. Is bearish week. All right. That's weekly chart. And then when we go to daily chart, okay, so we will see so many daily Dow candle actually is bearish, okay, that representing a few weeks, 2 weeks. Wilma actually has to about 2 weeks correction, but now this today, in fact, the regain the momentum. All right, you gain momentum. All right, so probably, yeah. So probably this is our. I will tell you later when is the buy point, when is the sell point. All right. So basically, what I want to tell you, you use the monthly chart, you will see Wilma. Actually, this is uptrend. All right. On the weekly chart, although it's still uptrend, but the momentum is bearish last two weeks. All right. Then daily now already turn bullish. Okay. So last 2 days, the trend expert already turn red. So showing that momentum already okay, good momentum. All right. So we can only consider to buy when the trend, this is uptrend, long-term uptrend. We can say midterm there is some still uptrend but has some correction, so it's still uptrend. Then daily, when daily after correction, the daily momentum, the red Dow candlestick come back, then we can consider to enter. Okay, now we look at Hang Seng Index. For example, Hang Seng Index. We use the same method. We go to monthly chart first. Okay, so monthly chart, it shows Hang Seng Index. All right, from 2016 May, then it moved up until 2018, 2016 to 2018. It has very beautiful uptrend. Okay, but recently, if we look at the monthly chart, actually it is sideways, more like a sideways, right? So Hang Seng Index is sideways. We can use monthly chart to tell us longer term, the primary trend is sideways. Okay, and then weekly also show us last 2 weeks quite bearish. All right, and from okay, so Hang Seng Index, the daily chart, on the daily chart, the primary line is green and downward, so it also tell us is on daily chart is a downtrend. All right. Okay, so this is a way for us to use the trend expert to learn what is the primary trend. So if we want to know the primary trend, what is the direction, uptrend or downtrend, we can go to monthly chart, use the trend expert to analyze. Okay, now we go to use trend expert to do the sell point and buy point and sell point. Okay. Okay, so when we always want to sell high, right? We want to sell high. So from here, the second window is trend expert. Okay, This is capital more. All right. So when the Dow candle from red to green, all right. So meanwhile, the auxiliary lines, 3 auxiliary lines also turn green. That will be our sell point. Okay, so that we can sell higher. All right. Okay, so let's look at capital line. C31. Okay, so for example here, all right, so we will see we try to sell high, all right, and when you see the Dow candle from red turn green, okay, meanwhile auxiliary lines also turn green, that will be our sell point. That is our aggressive sell point, because we want to sell earlier, all right, so that we can sell here. We can sell here, okay. So here, when the green candlesticks, when the green Dow candle downward penetrate the primary line, you know, the primary line also turn green. That was our reversal sell point. That was our reversal sell point. So confirm we should sell everything here. All right. So we should, you know, later maybe the share reverse, but we are not sure whether some stock can successfully rebound, but some shares cannot successfully. That's why it's important we follow the rules. We should sell partly at the aggressive sell point, and but when the this is a reversal point, which is the green penetrate the green line. That is our bearish reversal sell point. We have to sell everything first. Okay. All right. So how to use the trend experts to look for buy point? All right. Here is an example. This is a DBS example. Okay. So when trend expert turn green, turn from green turn red, and 3 ancillary lines also turn purple, that will be our buy point. I'll show you the example, BBS. For example here, see, green, the Dow candle here are all okay. Here we can see Dow candles are all green, right? And the primary line also green. So this is downtrend. All right. So the first red Dow candle, should we buy? We shouldn't buy yet. We shouldn't buy yet. It's too aggressive. All right. So now second red Dow candle, should we buy? No, we don't buy yet. When should we buy? Okay, here is when the Dow candle is red and the ancillary lines also turn purple. At least 3 ancillary lines turn purple. We can buy. All right, so we buy here. We buy here. Okay. And then you see subsequently, it will, this is DBS, you move up, so you can make some profits. Example, Vilma. For example here, we also come here. When should we buy? Okay, here green, right? Dow candle is green, primary line and ancillary line all green. We shouldn't buy. When should we buy? Okay, so here the green is still green, we don't buy. Here the Dow candle turn from green to red, and meanwhile ancillary lines also turn to purple color. We can buy. Alright, so this is our first buy point. Subsequently it move up. Alright. Alright, so trend experts, I show you how to use the trend expert to analyze the trend and how to use it to get the buy and sell point. Now I teach you the deviation expert. Okay, so of course the primary lines will be support and resistance. All right. So in some cases, especially for example here, for example, here. So this is uptrend, right? This is uptrend, and then the primary line will support the uptrend. So when correction, when near the primary line, then it will gain support, and then the stock will continue move up. Okay. So that is what we say. It can be support and it can be resistance. For example, downtrend here. Downtrend here. So this is downtrend. Then the market can, the share will have some rebound, right? Rebound, but the primary line can be resistance. All right. Okay. So now next we talk about the deviation experts. Okay, you can get the deviation experts from the right two side. Is under the expert, experts, and then you can select the deviation experts. All right. So once you select deviation expert, you can see some indicators like this. This is the DE, deviation expert. Okay, so the principle of deviation expert. The red and green columns of deviation expert can reflect the increase and decrease of money, and the broken lines can reflect the strength of the increase and decrease of money. So we can evaluate and judge the market direction through the convergence and deviation of price performance and supply-demand relationship of money. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, so firstly, deviation expert is a volume indicator. This is how it looks like. It consists of green bars and red bars, and on the green bar and red bar there will be upper shadow, broken lines, or lower shadow, broken lines. Okay, so firstly, the green bar itself tells us the fund flow is moving out. The constant flow of the green columns indicates that the money flowing out of stock market increase gradually. Okay, this is so when the green bar the consistently moving down, it indicates the money consistently flowing out of the market. All right, and then the red bar. Here the red bar representing the fund flowing in the stock. So the consistent rise of the red bar indicates that the money flowing into the stock market increasingly. Okay, so if the red bar rising means the fund is flowing in gradually. All right. Now, okay, the lower shadow. We see the lower shadow on the red bar. There are some lower shadows, right? So here, the green bar also there are some lower shadow. Okay, so the lower shadow broken lines advancing up with steady steps. With steady steps, the money supplies are stable. Means, the money supplies are stable. Okay, if broken line, this lower shadow broken lines tend to be longer, it means that the speed of the money inflow is excessively fast and easier to cause the money flow out of stock market. So then it might cause reversal. Okay, what does it mean? So here mean the red bar shadow lines advancing up means money supply are stable. But if excessively, you see here this length of the shadow line is longer than here, means the money supply is excessively fast. Okay, so such supply, money supply might not be sustainable. It's not sustainable. Then it might be reversal of the supply, money supply. It may be, it will go down. The money will turn down. All right. So if the speed too high, then it shows a potential of reversal. Okay. Alright, so upper shadow lines indicates that the money flows out stably. So upper shadow lines showing money flowing out stably. But if the length of the you see here the length of the upper shadow line is too long, that means that means the supply, the outflow of the money is excessively too fast. Then it may cause a reversal of the money supply. Right. So instead of flowing out, it might reverse to flow in slowly, because the flow out is too excessively too fast. So such speed cannot sustainable. It's not sustainable. So it will reverse to potential reverse to money inflow instead. Okay. So the speed, based on the speed, the length of the broken line, if too long, and it might reverse to inflow. Okay, Also, I will give some examples of some deviation experts. Okay, or you can use here. You can come to the bottom, the software, the template bottom, double saw, then two windows here at the bottom. Then we will see the trend expert in the first window, and second window is the deviation expert. Okay, so for example, how you can find the buy point and sell point. All right. So firstly, Wilmar, we go to monthly. Wilmar monthly, monthly. This is uptrend. Uptrend, okay. And then we go to weekly. Weekly, we will see some correction. The last 2 weeks was green bar, so it has some correction in the midterm. Okay, so we go to the daily chart. This is daily chart. Okay, daily chart. The first red circle, red bar appear, Dow candle appear, means the day is turned to quite is a bullish momentum. Plus there are three these ancillary lines are turned purple. All right, some more with the deviation expert, the red bar already turned the green. The deviation expert turn red bar, means money already start flowing in. That could be our first buy. All right, this is our buy point. Okay, so already gain momentum, money also flow in. Three ancillary lines also turn purple. Okay, that could be our buy points. All right. So we can look at the earlier part. Previously, for example, here, so we will see here. Should we buy? No. Here, can we buy? No, we cannot buy. Why? Three ancillary lines, not three ancillary lines are purple. Okay, so not the momentum is not strong enough. All right, so we hold on and wait. Okay, now three. This one can buy? No, cannot buy. Okay, now the Dow candle, trend expert Dow candle turn red, and three ancillary lines already turn purple. All right, in fact 6 ancillary line turn purple, and the deviation expert, the money consistent moving in, the red bar higher and higher. Okay, so confirm this can be our buy point, aggressive buy point. All right, although the trend long term is uptrend. All right, but the short term, the midterm correction is quite severe. Okay, so we can try to buy first aggressively, buy lower. All right, subsequently here, the red Dow candle penetrate the primary line. So this is a reversal of the trend. All right, so we can add position here. Okay, so we hold on. Okay, now you see the red Dow candle. All right, already turned to green. All right, and some money outflow. All right, so for this case, we can still hold. unless 3 ancillary lines turn green. Okay, so we can hold, okay, and hold. So now should we sell? Not sell yet until the green, because 3 ancillary lines are not green. Okay, so although money outflow and the day turn moment, the day already green Dow candle, but we don't sell yet. Okay, see, we can continue to hold, but now should we sell? We still don't have to sell yet. Because actually you can find the, based on the deviation expert, some money flowing out, right? Money flowing out, and 2 ancillary lines already turn green. All right. So if you are worried, you can sell some position. All right. So here confirm you should sell already, because why? These 3 ancillary lines already turn green. All right. So you can sell earlier. Okay. Okay, but now this is the, okay. So here I will teach you another method. All right. So we say here we should sell, right? But however, why the Dow candles is still move up? All right. Now I will show you the 5th method, how to top escape. Part 5, top escape and bottom catch. All right. Top deviation. If the tops of the stock price performs to be higher and higher, and but the tops of the red column of the deviation expert perform to be lower and lower. Of deviation expert. You see how the top of the stock price performs to be higher and higher, while the tops of the red column of deviation experts perform to be lower and lower. This is a deviation between the rise of price and the supply of money, so that the investors have would better decrease the position or leave the stock market. All right. So what does it mean? Okay. So for example, you see from here, the top here, the price top is higher and higher, right? However, on the second window, we don't see the top is higher and higher. In fact, it's lower. All right, means the money supply it cannot catch up with the price move. All right, so this is a top deviation. So we should escape when the trend expert turn green, and there are 3 ascent, and the money also flowing out. We can sell the stock first. All right. So for example, here this is the example. Wilmar. For example, Wilmar. We will see the top of the price is higher, right? It's actually higher. All right. However, the top of the fund flow is not higher. The top of the fund flow actually is lower. All right. So this is deviation or divergence. All right. So when the green Dow candle appear, okay, and 3 ancillary lines appear, the money flowing out here, sell. Okay, then you can sell at the top. All right. Okay, for example, UOB. Here. So we can see the price top is higher and higher. From here, we can see it's higher and higher. All right. However, from the deviation expert, the money flow, the top actually is not higher and higher. It's lower. All right. So the money inflow doesn't match with the price rise. All right. So if you see money actually supply it doesn't support the price move, and money start moving out, the green bars, money decreasing, money supply is decreasing, and then the trend expert, the Dow candle turn green and 3 ancillary lines, then we should sell. So you can sell at the top escape. All right. So this is how we can do top escape. All right. Similarly, we can also do bottom catch. So I need to teach you what is bottom deviation. Okay, bottom deviation. So if the bottoms of the stock price perform to be lower and lower, however, the top of the green column of DE perform to be higher and higher, there will be a deviation between the fall of price and the supply of money, and we should be cautious of the likely reversal uptrend. So maybe this is a reversal of uptrend. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, for example, this is Hang Seng Index. So we can see here from the trend expert, the lower of the price is higher. The price low is higher and higher. All right, and then the deviation expert, the supply of money is also higher. We call it convergence. So from here, when you see the momentum of the Dow candle turn red and 3 ancillary lines also turn purple. All right. Meanwhile, the money flowing in. This is our buy point. All right. So this is if the trend expert and deviation expert is convergence, you can buy. All right. Then another way, bottom deviation, you can also buy. What is bottom deviation? Okay, can you see here the low is lower? The trend expert, the price is lower and lower. All right. However, the deviation expert, the low actually is lower, means the money supply is higher. All right. So when the Dow candle turn red and 3 ancillary lines turn red, turn purple, plus the money flowing in, this is our buy point. So you can catch a very good buy point. All right. So I show you the example, StarHub. StarHub here. Can you see the low here? The low almost is a little bit flat and lower. All right, but the money, you can see from deviation expert, the money inflow actually is moving in. All right. So in fact, you can buy at the zone here. You can buy here. Yeah. All right. So you will catch a very good buy points. Okay. If you miss the buy point here, here is another buy point. Here is another buy point. All right. For example, the money consistent move in, you can buy. Okay. So another example. D05, D05, D01, dairy farm. Can you see? Okay, the low, actually the price is lower and lower, but we will see actually the fund flow is flowing in. Okay, so we can bottom catch here. So when you can see the Dow candle turn red and 3 ancillary line turn green, turn purple, and the deviation expert turn red, means money flowing in. Then we can buy here. This is a very good example. All right, this is a late example as of today. All right, so this is I think is a good buying opportunity. All right. So now we do a quick review on what we learned today. All right. So firstly, the impact of coronavirus. There are good news and bad news. Okay, but because of the outbreak in last December to the lockdown of the whole city, there are some window period. So a lot of actually the disease already spread around, transmit to many people, and a lot of people travel out of the city. So the situation actually is more complex than original if they can take the stricter measurement earlier. All right, and meanwhile, good news is more the treatments, because the treatments of the disease has developed. The medical experts already found some effective some medicines. So this is a very good good news. And meanwhile, so the data is very open and transparent at the moment. So I think if everyone here, we try to take the right measurement, like we wear the mask and we don't go to the crowded area, and for another 14 days, I believe. I hope the virus will be well controlled and cured very soon. All right, and the market outlook. So because of the China and U.S. the central banks releasing more and more liquidities into the stock markets. So general term, the view of the market, I think this is a uptrend market. All right, but short term wise, we still be careful of the target level. All right, and today we learn trend experts and deviation experts. Trend experts. What is trend experts? Trend experts. Okay, and then how we can tell the primary direction, use the trend experts. Okay, and where is the buy point and sell point, and in the future I hope have opportunity to show you how to use the trend experts to find the support level and resistance level. All right, and meanwhile we also learn the deviation experts. This is a volume indicator. So the red bars what does it mean? Green bar, what does it mean? And the broken lines, upper shadow and lower shadow broken lines, what does it mean? All right, so we learn this, and lastly, we learn how to use combine the two indicators together for top escape and bottom catch. All right, so this is 4th February is the beginning of spring. So I hope you will do a 2020 planner, make an investment and study goal, and also keep track of the result. So hopefully 2020 is a meaningful years for all of us. Okay, and we have very unique indicators like Tai Chi, like sky pontoon, and starry skies and blue fairy. All right, so Hong Li has 21 years experience teaching technical analysis. Meanwhile, we also have the developed advanced software. Yeah, so if you are keen to join Hong Li, you are not a member yet, or you want to bring your friends to join Hong Li, welcome you to contact our staffs. All right. Yeah. So with this, I thank you very much. So today is end of the section. Thank you.